Sean Teare, Seanteare, Chief of the Harris County DA's Office Vehicular Crimes Division. This evening at about 7:15, a little after 7:15, the white Toyota RAV4 behind me was traveling northbound on Fountain View, headed towards Westheimer, and for reasons that we're not sure about yet, it left the road, struck a kind of pillar in the middle of the street. The front passenger, an adult female, was transported to the hospital and pronounced deceased. The driver is currently in surgery, but is expected to survive. Initial reports from the first officers on scene said that she appeared to be intoxicated. We're still evaluating that right now. We believe that we'll have an answer in relatively short fashion as to whether or not charges are going to be accepted tonight, or we're going to wait for the investigation to kind of complete before we charge her. But if intoxication did play a role, then she'll be charged with intoxication manslaughter in this case.
Those two females in the vehicle?
It is two adult females, yes.
Any approximate age? Or?
Some, real adults, 30s, 40s, something like that. We've obviously got to wait for next of kin notification to release any of the names, but we do believe that we've identified both of them at this time. We don't know yet where they were coming from, where they were headed, anything like that, but that's our step now. We're going to determine intoxication and then kind of figure out why this happened. There's no indication that another car was involved. There's no indication that there was any pre-braking or anything like that. It was simply the car left the roadway and a woman's dead because of it.
Do you think the passenger was wearing a seatbelt, or she didn't?
From what we can see right now, seatbelts were involved for both of the driver and the passenger. HFD had to remove both the driver and the passenger from the car. They had to actually cut the passenger out. The driver couldn't really be moved out of the car until they got the passenger out, just because of the damage to the driver's side. So, as I said, she's in surgery right now. We have an HPD drug recognition expert that's there with her, and as soon as she gets out, we're going to be able to kind of complete the intoxication portion of this. But from initial reports and looking at the way that the crash happened, in all likelihood, this is an intoxication manslaughter.
Is there any indication of rate of speed they were going or anything like that?
At least initially, it appears that she was traveling at a pretty high rate of speed. You look at the damage that car sustained on the front end. The cars today are built to handle those kind of crashes at what should be a 35-mile-an-hour rate. That's not what happened here. So we've got to take this car back to HPD's lot. We're going to forensically download it. Within the next 3 days, we're going to be able to tell exactly how fast the car was going. We're going to be able to tell whether brakes were applied or not. We're going to be able to tell the steering input as to whether the wheel was jerked or it was just a slow drift, as if someone was passed out. So those are all things that in the next few days we're going to know. But it's 7:30. Well, now it's 10 o'clock at night, and we've already had somebody die on the road. So it doesn't bode well for the rest of tonight and this weekend. And the message is that we're coming into spring break for everyone from kindergarten all the way through college. This is, when you combine it with the rodeo and St. Patrick's Day coming up, this is a very, very deadly week to 2 weeks in Harris County history. It's not something that any of us look forward to. We know it's coming, and so the message is just stop. Be good citizens, be good community members. If you're going to go out and have a drink, if you're going to go out and celebrate, do it. But get an Uber, get a Lyft, stay where you are, get a friend that's not going to drink to take you around. There's so many other options, but rest assured we're going to be out there looking, because we know that it's going to happen. We know that there are going to be thousands and thousands of people that make that stupid, selfish decision to drive after they've been drinking, and the best thing you can hope for is that we catch you before you do something like right behind us and take someone's life or your own.